Welcome to the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex. It's opening day. The winter has turned into, well, still winter, but a slightly warmer one at that, around 48 degrees. Set for first pitch this afternoon from Jefferson City, Tennessee. The Carson-Newman Eagles begin their 2025 campaign, taking on the King Tornado out of Conference Carolinas. So glad you could join us here from Mossy Creek in the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex. I'm Tyler Katz. Taking you through the starting lineups first of the visiting King Tornado. Truman Roper, the center fielder, will lead things off for King, followed by Nathan Borchardt and Michael Stars, the catcher and third baseman, bat second and third. Cleanup spot goes to the designated hitter, Levi Medford. Batting fifth, the left fielder, Cale Richardson, followed by Daniel Hicks, the first baseman in the sixth hole. 7-8-9 belongs to right field, shortstop, and second base, Connor Hyatt, Patrick Corley, and Jalen Woodley. Truman Roper gets ready to step into the batter's box, and it looks like we're good to go on opening day. The starting pitcher for Carson-Newman, Ryan Higgins, the right-handed pitching sophomore, made 4 starts last year, and he is the opening day starter today out of Spotsylvania, Virginia. First pitch is fouled off down the left field line, and the first pitch of the 2025 season is a foul ball for strike one. Batter Roper, the senior out of Greenville, South Carolina, out of Riverside High School in nearby Greer. Higgins sets, kicks a leg and fires on a ground ball, hit over towards second base. Nice glove by Nathan. Toss on to Kilgore is in time. A quick ground out to second base begins our ball game today. Defensively for Carson-Newman, it's Smith, Miller, and Williams taking up the outfield. From the left to right in the infield, Floyd, Gibson, Nathan, and Kilgore. The battery for the Eagles, Higgins on the hill, Castellana, the catcher, behind the plate. Nathan Borchardt, the catcher, will take his first pitch for strike one. Borchardt, the sophomore out of Stanley, North Carolina, Conference Carolina's Freshman of the Month last February, hoping to have a better sophomore season. Swing and a miss for strike two, and it's quickly an 0-2 count. Higgins in control of the Tornado catcher. First pitch today, just about a minute late, 12:01 of our expected 12 o'clock start time. Higgins takes a deep breath, kicks, fires the 0-2 well outside, puts the count to a 1-2 count, still in favor of Higgins against Borchardt. Michael Stars on deck for the King Tornado. King wearing a dark gray jersey, almost more of a graphite gray. The 1-2 pitch taken just outside top corner, ball two. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Borchardt, 1 gone, nobody on. Top of the first. Higgins with a wiggle of the glove, fires the 2-2, taken just a hair high, count goes full. Red belts for the Tornado. King written in script in red across the front with white outlines, similar numbers on the back, red with white outlines as well. Red batting helmets. The 3-2 swung on and missed, dropped in the dirt, picked up by Castellana onto Kilgore, and makes the play. So Borchardt goes down on strikes. First strikeout for Higgins today, and it brings up Michael Stars. Stars, a senior transfer from Fayetteville Technical Community College. Last season had a .311 batting average and had quite the successful season against Carson-Newman in the 4 meetings between the Tornado and the Eagles last year. Called strike taken by Stars. Umpires in today's contest calling the balls and strikes: Josh Barnhill, Andy Green, the man in the field. Swing and a miss as Stars goes over the top of it. Stars went 5 for 14 against Carson-Newman last year. Of those 5 hits, 2 were long balls. first of which came on the second end, or the back end of a doubleheader. A called strike. Stars will take the backwards K. It's 3 up, 3 down with 2 Ks for Ryan Higgins. We'll be back for the bottom of the first, and the Eagles' first chance to grab a bat on the Eagles Sports Network.
There's something about a small community that unites us, whether it's cheering on our favorite team or the way we come together in a crisis. Small communities are made up of people with big hearts. We're dedicated to hard work and innovation through sunny days and stormy nights. AEC is always here, powering the people and the places that make our community a spectacular place to call home. AEC, power what matters most.
Insurance, it's about people, not things. It's about security. It's about confidence. It's about relationships. It's about trust. It's about you. As a local independent agent, Bible Insurance Agency can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family. Give the people you love safe, sound, secure protection from Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown.
Sure, we've been
back here from Jefferson City, Tennessee. Carson-Newman's time to grab a bat after a 1-2-3 top of the first. On the hill for King, Cole Pletcher, the right-handed pitching senior, will take you through the starting lineup for the home team, Carson-Newman Eagles. Spencer Williams will lead things off, the right fielder. Seth Benner, the designated hitter, bats second. Logan Floyd hits third at third base. Tanner Kilgore in the cleanup spot over at first. Nick Castellana, the catcher, will bat fifth. 6-hole goes to the shortstop, Aiden Gibson. 7-8-9 goes to left field, second base, and center field with Braxton Smith, Cole Nathan, and Trey Miller rounding out the batting order for Carson-Newman. Bit more on Cole Pletcher, the man on the bump for King. A Kannapolis, North Carolina native, the senior had 4 strikeouts in his lone game against Carson-Newman last season. Exercise science major. Pitched in 20 games last season, however, did not start any, so will be starting his season with a starting appearance. Time is called before the pitch. So before Pletcher deals his first, time is called. Williams steps back into the batter's box. Williams, a .331 hitter a season ago. He puts the first pitch he sees into play. It goes into the left center field gap. That gets down. Williams on his horse heading to second, and he's in there with a leadoff stand-up double. So Williams gets on second for the designated hitter, Seth Benner. Benner last season as a graduate student hit .152, 5 hits, a triple, and 2 home runs. Transfer from the University of the Cumberlands. A look back, pitch taken downstairs for ball 1. So after Pletcher had the first pitch of his 2025 season drilled into left field by Williams, he misses low on the first pitch to the designated hitter, Benner. The 1-0 check swing. Taken downstairs, and it's quickly a 2-0 count. Pletcher takes a look back over towards Williams, who stands at second with that leadoff double. Carson-Newman in the home pinstripes, all white jerseys with navy blue pinstripes. Runner goes, throw inside, throw down to third. Air mails the third baseman Stars, and an error by Borchard will allow Williams to come in to score. So Williams steals third and then comes home on an absolute airmail from the catcher Borchard. And it's still a 3-0 count as that ball missed to Benner, so Carson-Newman with an early 1-0 lead. Fourth pitch of his at-bat is taken low, and it's about the worst way for King's season to start defensively. Allow a double, a stolen base, a throwing error to bring home a run, and then a 4-pitch walk. 5 pitches by Pletcher, 4 of them for balls. The one that wasn't was a double hit into the left center field gap. Brings up the third baseman, Logan Floyd. First pitch is in there for a called strike, and Pletcher needed that one badly. Run currently goes unearned on Pletcher's line. 0-1 taken upstairs. Borchard popped up to threaten Benner back to the bag. Floyd had one of the best freshman seasons in program history as he led the Eagles in batting average last season. 1-1 is fouled off into the screen. Floyd, the native to Adairsville, Georgia, played for the Darlington School Tigers in Rome, Georgia, and it will be essentially a return home game for Logan Floyd on Tuesday when Carson-Newman visits Rome, Georgia to take on the Shorter University Hawks. Time is called as the home plate umpire Josh Barnhill comes up to have a quick conversation with Pletcher, the pitcher. Says something over to the Carson-Newman dugout and third base coach and head coach Tom Griffin, and we're good to play again with a 1-2 count against Logan Floyd. Benner, the designated hitter, takes a slight lead off first. Threatened back to the bag by Hicks. Pitch is taken high and tight for ball 2. Navy blue numbers on the backs of the jerseys for Carson-Newman with orange outlines on the front of the jerseys. Eagles written in script in navy blue with that orange outline as well. 2-2 taken inside at the letters on a fastball. That's ball 3. 85-mile-per-hour fastball from Pletcher. Senior had an 0-1 record with a 4.70 ERA a season ago. Payoff pitch is hit over through the first base gap. That's a base hit for Logan Floyd. Stopping at second is Seth Benner. First and second go the Eagles. Floyd at first, Benner at second, and it brings up Tanner Kilgore. Silver Diamond Baseball Complex, the home of this 3-game series, 2 today, 1 tomorrow. First pitch to Kilgore is fouled back. Quite the interesting dimensions here at the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex. Center field 380, not too bad. The wall relatively short, only around 8 feet through most of the field. Then in left it jumps up and doubles in height to 16 feet. The 0-1, it's a pickoff all the way back to second base. Second baseman Woodley holds him on. As we take a look at the King Tornado defensively, it's Richardson, Roper, and Hyatt in the outfield. Left to right stars Corley, Woodley, and Hicks. Pletcher and Borchard make up the battery. The 0-1 taken outside. This gets away on a pass ball, and both runners will advance. So Kilgore now has 2 runners in scoring position. Facing a 1-1 count. The delivery is in there for a called strike. Pletcher now ahead. Kilgore, a .273 batter a year ago. The native to Kingsport, Tennessee, got to play summer ball in his hometown in the last 2 seasons for the Kingsport Axemen. He fouls off the 1-2 delivery, and the count will remain at 1-2. The 1-2 delivery taken upstairs for ball 2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 runners aboard on second and third. Pitch comes inside for ball 3, nearly got away from Borchardt again. Count runs full. 17 pitches this inning for Pletcher. Cole Pletcher, the senior, last appeared for King on May 1st against Belmont Abbey. Pitched an inning of relief in which he went perfect. Payoff pitch is swung over the top and missed by Kilgore. It's a strikeout and becomes the first out of the inning. Nick Castellana, the catcher, the next to grab a bat in the 5-hole. Runners over at second and third. 1-0 Carson-Newman, bottom of the first. Pitch from Pletcher taken inside, ball 1. Foul ball hit over towards the left side. Evens the count to 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 roped into left field. That's a base hit into center. So in to score is Seth Benner. Right behind him, Logan Floyd, and it's a 2 RBI single for Nick Castellana. 3-0, Carson-Newman in front. Carson-Newman 3, King 0. Bottom of the first, Nick Castellana, a nice single, 2 RBI single into the left center field gap. Brings up Aiden Gibson, the shortstop. First pitch he sees is taken low for ball 1. So the good news for Cole Pletcher, or I guess the bad news for Cole Pletcher, I should say, the 1-0. That's hit through the left side. That's a base hit for Aiden Gibson. Runners go station to station as Castellana will single into left field. Excuse me, Gibson will single into left field. Castellana advances to second, and it brings up Braxton Smith, the left fielder. Back-to-back singles for Carson-Newman. Pletcher takes a look over to second. First delivery is in there for a called strike to Braxton Smith. Smith, a freshman from Cleveland, Tennessee. Same high school as Aiden Gibson, who bats just before him in the lineup and currently stands on first base. The 0-1 delivery. Right back up the middle, a third straight base hit. Castellana gets the green light, heads home, caught in a rundown. Before heading back to second is Aiden Gibson. It's an RBI single for Braxton Smith. Castellana scores. Gibson nearly got caught in a rundown but makes it back to second base safely. 4-0 Carson-Newman, and a timeout called by King as the pitching coach Micah Kaiser will come out to have a talk with Cole Pletcher. So Braxton Smith singles. Aiden Gibson gets up to second base. Castellana comes in to score. Carson-Newman having probably the best first inning they could have asked for. Only 1 out so far, and it came off a strikeout swinging to Tanner Kilgore. Kaiser, the pitching coach for King, joins King after being a volunteer assistant at East Tennessee State over in Johnson City. Coached the Bucks to 456 strikeouts last season, second most in ETSU program history. Brings up Cole Nathan, the second baseman, the 8th batter in the order. Runners at first and second are Smith and Gibson, respectively. First pitch is taken low for ball 1. Nathan, a native to Knoxville, Tennessee, a two-way player, pitched in 3 games last season for Carson-Newman. Was much better known as a batter with a .265 average. 1-0 delivery taken in the dirt down low. Good block by Borchardt. King went 3 up, 3 down in the top half of the inning. Carson-Newman has done the opposite. Through 7 batters, only 1 out recorded. 2-0 delivery, big swing and a miss, just went over the top of it. Solid fastball from Pletcher at 86. Just a bit low in the zone. Was dead center on the plate, though. Dancing at second is Gibson. Pletcher kicks a leg and fires. It's back up the middle. Another base hit. Station to station. No, now getting the green light is Gibson. The play at the plate. And he is safe, says Josh Barnhill. Braxton Smith goes up to second base. Gibson gets the green light and comes home to score. It's 5-0 Carson-Newman, bottom of the first inning. 4 straight singles for the Eagles of Carson-Newman. I was mentioning earlier, a bit of bad news for Pletcher. The original run that scored Spencer Williams coming in on a stolen base, then an error, was originally unearned, but because of how many hits the Eagles have strung together, that now goes on the young pitcher's line. Bottom of the order sees Trey Miller. Miller wearing number 7, native to Rocky Point, New York. 1-0 delivery from Pletcher, taken high and tight. Bullpen getting active for King as the door in right field swings open to allow some red jacket-clad gentlemen to go over to the right field bullpen. King, the visitors on the first base dugout. 2-0, taken outside and low, and it's a 3-0 count with the threat to walk the bases loaded. Standing on deck is Spencer Williams, who punished Pletcher with a double at the top of this inning. 3-0, that's finally in there for a strike, and you're expecting that as the red light was on for Trey Miller with that 3-0 count. Nathan at first, Smith at second, 5-0 Carson-Newman, bottom of the first. 3-1 delivery is fouled straight back and the count goes full. Pletcher's done a nice job working the count from well in Miller's favor at a 3-0, has worked it back to a 3-2 count. 6 hits this inning plus a tornado error. Payoff pitch from Pletcher. Taken outside, ball 4, and that walks the bases loaded. Bases are loaded for maybe one of the biggest threats so far this season. The only Eagle with an extra base hit this year. Of course, we're only one time through the batting order. Second walk surrendered by Pletcher today. Nathan goes up to second. Smith is over at third. Ducks on the pond. First pitch taken outside, ball 1. Spencer Williams, the native to Seymour, Tennessee, swings at the second pitch he sees but fouls it off. Played summer ball this offseason in Covington, Virginia for the Covington Lumberjacks of the Valley League. The 1-1 delivery, taken low, ball 2. You have to wonder how short or long the leash is for Cole Pletcher. Obviously not the start you wanted, as that one gets a ride into right field. Coming in is Hyatt. He dives out and makes the catch. Everyone has to retreat. Tagging up and coming home is Braxton Smith. Now caught in a rundown, diving for third. Did he get in there? He did. Was Cole Nathan. Trey Miller gets in as well. So Williams sack flies to right. Miller now up at second. Smith at third. As that comes in and plunks him on the first pitch to Seth Benner. And it looks like this will be a pitching change. Cole Pletcher's day is done. We'll take a short break on the Eagles Sports Network and be right back.
Sure, we've been around a while, 171 years to be exact. We know the power of a liberal arts-based Christian education and the tremendous potential of what can be found on this campus, within this community. We are adventurers, dreamers, believers, passionate and compassionate, curious and clever, driven by a common purpose towards a common goal.
I found my passion.
I found purpose.
We are Carson-Newman.
What will you find?
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Back here from Mossy Creek, the bases are juiced yet again after Seth Benner was hit by a pitch, and that was enough for King head coach Brad Hill in his first season to go to the bullpen. And it will bring up a pitching change, bringing in number 54, Royal Philo. So Royal Philo steps in as the senior from Louisville, Tennessee, not Louisville as in the city in Kentucky, but Louisville, Tennessee, playing for the Knoxville West Rebels in high school. Philo, the right-handed hitting senior, the bases are loaded for Logan Floyd. Royal Philo, the senior, pitched in 11 games last year, but started 10. He'll get more or less a starting pitching appearance, of course, now in relief of Cole Pletcher, who got rocked for so far 6 runs. The potential for more, as all 3 runners on the base paths are Pletcher's responsibility. We'll see how Logan Floyd takes the new pitcher out of the bullpen. First pitch is in there for a called strike. 73-mile-per-hour breaking ball went right down the heart of the plate. Floyd just wanted to take a look at the first pitch from Philo. The 0-1 delivery, that one's taken upstairs for ball one. Navy blue caps for the King Tornado with red brims. 1-1 lifted over towards right field. Hyatt has a read. He reaches up and makes the catch. A nice play over in right field by Hyatt. And that's the third out of the inning. Carson-Newman strikes for 6 runs on 6 hits, 1 error. Leave the bases juiced. Back for the second inning in just a moment on the Eagles Sports Network.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
Back here for the second inning, the King Tornado got blanked in the first part of today's game. The first inning went 3 up, 3 down, thanks in part to the expert pitching from Ryan Higgins. Umpire having a quick conversation with Brad Hill, the head coach of the King Tornado. Higgins getting a few extra moments to get some warm-up pitches in while he has that conversation. Carson-Newman striking for 6 runs in the bottom of the first. What a way to start the season, and certainly put some doubt potentially into the King Tornado minds heading into the remainder of this 3-game series. Levi Medford, the designated hitter in the cleanup spot, will lead things off for the Tornado. Higgins sets, fires. First pitch goes inside and plunks him right in the back just underneath the numbers. So Medford will get on. First batter to reach today for King, and it's on the most uncomfortable way possible. A hit by pitch right in the small of the back. But that does take the bat out of the hands of Levi Medford, who hit 4 home runs last season and batted .281, and instead gives it to Cale Richardson. First pitch to Richardson is in there for a called strike. Richardson, the native to Danville, Virginia, in Southern Virginia, right on the border between the Tar Heel state of North Carolina and the Lovers state of Virginia. The 0-1 delivery, big swing and a miss over top of it from Ryan Higgins. 80-mile-per-hour breaking ball for Higgins. So Richardson goes from essentially the border town between North Carolina and Virginia and heads over to the volunteer state of Tennessee, where he plays ball on the border state of Tennessee and Virginia. He takes strike 3 looking. Medford remains at first. Third strikeout today for Ryan Higgins. 2 of the Ks have been backwards. And it brings up Daniel Hicks, the first baseman. Hicks didn't have to go far to go to college. The native to Bristol, Tennessee, stayed in his hometown. First pitch to him is taken low and outside for ball 1. Did actually move away from home to start his college career before deciding to move right on back. Played for Division III Rhodes. He fouls off the 1-0. Count goes even. The Rhodes College Lynx over on the other end of the state, about 6 hours away in Memphis. Went 25-18 last season, lost in the conference championship in the same conference that featured one of the best Division III storylines last year, Birmingham Southern. Ball rolls inside. Count goes to 2-1. For those of you who don't know or need a refresher, Birmingham Southern announced that they were closing their school for good at the end of the spring semester last year. Baseball team went on to the Division III College World Series. Big swing and a miss from Hicks. Counts even at 2-2. Baseball team ended up playing longer than the school existed. Now, they couldn't finish the job at the D3 World Series, but it was quite the storyline when it happened. Ball outside, and the count will run full to Daniel Hicks, who last season at Rhodes hit .245, had 12 hits. 2 of those 12 hits were long balls. Levi Medford stands at first after being plunked on the first pitch of the inning. 3-2 runner goes, shows bunt, the throw down on what was a walk anyway, but the tag is made. Incredible play as Gibson makes the tag, called out by the field umpire, Andy Glenn. However, he is allowed to stay there because that pitch was a ball, and it's a walk regardless, so Medford advances on the walk and not caught stealing. So it's not even a stolen base attempt anymore for Levi Medford. He just goes up on the walk. Brings up Connor Hyatt. Hyatt fouls off the first pitch right into his ankle. That doesn't feel good on almost any scenario. Can't say I've ever had it happen to me directly, but some people born around the late 90s, early 2000s might understand the reference of taking a razor scooter to the ankle. 0-1 with 2 runners aboard. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Hyatt, native to Johnson City, Tennessee, went to Science Hill High School. Same high school as Carson-Newman's Caleb McBride. 0-2 delivery taken outside and low for ball 1. Hyatt, the biology major at King University, had 7 multi-hit games last season. Played 3 games against Carson-Newman, where he went 2 for 10 against the Eagles last season. Striking out twice. He's on the ropes with a 1-2 count. Checks his swing on a pitch low. The appeal, no swing, says the field umpire, and that's taken for a ball. Umpires today clad in black. Josh Barnhill, the man calling the balls and strikes behind the plate. Andy Glenn in the field. Higgins takes a look back towards second base where Medford stands. Pitch taken high, ball 3. Counts full. Higgins got to play summer ball this offseason for the Metro South County Braves of the Cal Ripken Collegiate League. Dealt an inning and a third, had a 1-0 record, 7.94 ERA, but that 1-0 record pretty much cancels that out. Sweeping slider, excellent pitch from Higgins, and Hyatt takes a backwards K. It's the 4th strikeout for Higgins and the 3rd backwards K. Gets Hyatt looking for out 2. Brings up the 8-hole batter, Patrick Corley, the shortstop, native to Satellite Beach, Florida. Time is called. And part of the new rules at the Division II level, a pitch clock violation is called on Higgins. It was experimented with first in minor league baseball as the first real pitch is taken for a called strike. We get clarification from the home plate umpire that he stepped off. Foul ball will trickle up the left field line, so that takes the automatic ball off the board. Just trying to clear things up. It was not a pitch clock violation. Instead, just a step off, so that takes the automatic ball off the board. And instead gets a strike looking, then that foul ball. So the count now 0-2. But there is a pitch clock now. It is visible to the pitchers as it's on the backstop behind home plate. Fouled off the 0-2. We do not have a vantage point to it as there is no pitch clock available in the outfield anywhere. That started really in minor league baseball, worked its way up around the same time between Major League Baseball and Division I, and now trickling its way down. 0-2 with 2 gone, swing and a miss. Higgins cannot be stopped. All 3 outs this inning come by way of the strikeout. He's got 5. Middle of the second inning, Carson-Newman 6, King 0.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
Back here from the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex, first full inning for Royal Philo. As it will bring up Tanner Kilgore. Kilgore struck out swinging his last time up. Trying to get on the hit column for the first time this year. First pitch from Philo is taken upstairs for ball 1. 1-0 delivery, swung over the top and missed. Philo's next delivery is fouled off. Puts it to a 1-2 count. Cole Pletcher could only go 2/3 of an inning in his opening day start. Allowed 6 runs. Pitch taken downstairs. 4-2. Counts even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pletcher, the starting pitcher, walked 2 while striking out 1 in his final line. Philo trying to get the Tornado back on track. 2-2 to Kilgore. Bounced over to the third base side. Fair territory. Picked up by Starr. Throw across the diamond. It's close, but he's safe. An infield single. Brings up Nick Castellana. Castellano 1-for-1 on the year, so batting 1,000. Waits on the first offering. Pitch taken upstairs for ball one. Second pitch fouled off. A 1-1 count with Kilgore standing at first after the infield single over to third. The 1-1 laced through the left side. That's a base hit for Nick Castellana. Station to station go the Carson-Newman Eagles. Back-to-back base hits against Royal Philo put runners at first and second for Aiden Gibson, who singled his last time up and then came around to score. Gibson, the six-hole batter, was one of the few in that first inning for Carson-Newman that did not get a RBI. Pushed Castellana up to second, then came around to score on the Cole Nathan RBI single. And the first pitch he sees is downstairs for a ball. Make that upstairs for a ball. 71-mile-per-hour breaking ball from Philo. 1-0 downstairs. So 2 balls and no strikes. Due up in the top of the third for King, Woodley, Roper, and Borchardt, the 9-1-2 portion of the batting order. No action on the base paths. It's a 2-0 fouled off into the screen over the first base dugout. Pitch taken well outside. Good block by Borchardt to stop it from rolling all the way to the backstop. That's a base hit. Back up the middle into center field. Getting the green light is Kilgore as he'll come around. He's at the plate. Doesn't touch the plate yet, now finally tagged. So Castellana advances up to third. A ground out over to first for Braxton Smith. So it brings up Cole Nathan, who takes the first pitch for a strike. It's an 0-1 count with runners at second and third. 2 gone in the inning. Hit over towards the right side. Jumping is Hicks. He can't get there. In to score is Castellana. Right behind him, Gibson. It's a 2 RBI single for Cole Nathan. Eight to nothing. Carson-Newman on the 10th base hit of the game, and we're just here in the second inning. Both those runs go on Philo. And it brings up Trey Miller. First pitch taken high and tight for ball one. Standing at first is Cole Nathan. The 1-0 delivery. Hit on the ground over to third. It's muffed by Stars, picked up by Corley, and everybody's safe. So we'll reach on the air is Miller. Nathan goes up to second. Second error of the ball game on King. And it brings up Spencer Williams for the third time today. He's 1 for 1 with a double and an RBI on a sacrifice fly to right field his last time out. Philo takes a long break before finally firing his first pitch outside. Spencer Williams looking to keep what is currently a perfect batting average. Perfect with a base hit here. 2 outs, runners at first and second. Second pitch of the at-bat taken outside for ball 2. Another pitch taken downstairs. That's ball 3. And quickly, Philo is down in the count 3-0. Spencer Williams, a chance to walk that would load the bases. Miller at first, Nathan over at second. 3-0 delivery from Philo is finally in there for a called strike. (3-1) delivery, that's downstairs, ball 4, and that walks the bases loaded. First walk surrendered by Philo today. Miller will advance up to second. Nathan gets to third, and it brings up Seth Benner, who is still without an official at-bat yet this season. Walked, then was hit by a pitch. It's his first time taking on Royal Philo. First pitch is in there for a called strike. First and second, the 0-1 delivery taken downstairs on a wild pitch. Both runners will advance, stopping at second and third respectively. And coming in to score is Cole Nathan. Miller at third. Williams is at first. On a wild pitch. Pitch taken downstairs. Ball 2, 2 balls and a strike. An unearned run crosses the plate after the wild pitch. It's now Williams at second base once more. Miller over at third. Nathan not on the base paths anymore after scoring successfully. 2-1 delivery fouled off, and that evens the count. 9-0, bottom of the second inning. Scoring has been fast and often. 2-2, fouled back. Hits into the screen. Count remains. 8th batter of the inning, Seth Benner. The 2-2 comes inside, and for the second time today, Seth Benner has been hit by a pitch. And once again, the bases are loaded. Ducks are on the pond for Logan Floyd, the 9th batter of the inning. Floyd 1 for 2 today, singled in the first, then ended the first inning with a fly out to right. Rare for the right-handed batter going the opposite way to fly out. First pitch taken upstairs for ball 1. The 1-0 delivery, fouled back, strike 1. Another pitch taken low in the dirt for ball 2. Borchardt has done a nice job blocking, has let one pass ball go. So we take a look at around the South Atlantic Conference. The Newberry Wolves lead 3-1 over the Barton Bulldogs. Top of the 7th inning in Barton College's campus. Swing and a miss for strike 2. The Coker Cobras, after falling yesterday to Belmont Abbey, now lead Belmont Abbey 1-0, top of the 5th inning. To put it in perspective, that game started the same time as ours. They're in the top of the 5th. We're in the bottom of the 2nd. Ball low and away. Now, of course, there have been 8 hits combined and only 1 run between the two sides, and we've had 10 hits and 9 runs on one side alone. 3-2 payoff pitch. That's hit in the air. Into the right center field gap. Will that get down? It will. It'll clear the bases. 3 RBIs for Logan Floyd as he pulls in with a double. Benner in to score. Williams in to score. Miller in to score. So the base is empty. The Eagles have batted around for the 2nd inning in a row to open our ball game. It is 12-0, bottom of the 2nd. Floyd, the only base runner aboard, as Kilgore takes the first pitch for a called strike. It's Floyd's 2nd hit of the year and the biggest one so far, as it comes with 3 RBIs. Ball taken downstairs, evens the count to 1-1. And just wild innings for Carson-Newman. Because of that error that Miller reached on, all of these runs that are coming across now are unearned on Philo's line. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Count to Kilgore, goes 1-2. Tanner Kilgore today is 1 for 2, single to lead off the inning, struck out in the middle of the first. Ball taken downstairs. No, they called that a swing and a tag out. So Kilgore will strike out swinging, and a 2 unassisted to finish the putout. In this inning, 6 runs on 5 hits, 1 error, 1 left on for Carson-Newman. It's 12-zip, end of 2.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
The number one source for Carson-Newman athletics gear is shopcneagles.com, where you can find gear from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour. Shirts, jerseys, sweatshirts, shorts, pants, hats, and scarves. Shopcneagles.com is your source for everything CN. You can even show your school spirit on your smartphone or tablet. All of your game day essentials can be found in one place. Shopcneagles.com.
Back here from the campus of Carson-Newman University, it is 12-0 Carson-Newman. As we begin the top of the third, Ryan Higgins still on the mound. And why not? He's been pretty good so far. 5 strikeouts in the 8 batters that he's faced so far today. He'll take on the final batter that he has not faced just yet, Jalen Woodley, the 9-hole batter. And it looks like this potentially will be a pinch hitter. No, it appears to be 58. No 58 on the roster. Just assume that this is Woodley in a different jersey. First pitch he sees is fouled back. So with no 58 on King's roster, it's one of those moments where you got to assume that in that specific jersey in the gray, they don't have that number 3. The 0-1 swing and a miss for strike 2. It's an 0-2 count to Woodley wearing the 58. Oh, 0-2 count. Higgins looking for his 6th punch out of the day. Can't quite find it on the third pitch of the at-bat as it goes outside for a ball. Carson-Newman has scored 12 runs. Biggest hit of the day, a 3 RBI double as Higgins fouls off the 1-2. No triples, no home runs. And if you want to count a double as small ball, then mostly small ball for Carson-Newman. 12 runs on 11 hits have been so far perfect in the field defensively, though there's only been 1 ball put into play. Is that pitch taken low for ball 2? The only ball put into play was by the leadoff batter, Truman Roper, who stands on deck. Other than that, strikeouts across the board, a hit by pitch, and a walk. So the defense has really had nothing to do for most part of this game. Batter Woodley, a native to Cortland, Virginia. Last year at Fayetteville Technical Community College in Fayetteville, North Carolina, ended the season on a 4-game hitting streak. Popped up foul behind home plate. Will hit off the top of the press box, and we'll do it again. Battle between Higgins and Woodley. Tornado still looking to get a ball in play and get a board. Foul ball yet again. So the battle continuing. Between Woodley and Higgins. Check swing. Are they going to call that a swing? They are. So Woodley asking for an appeal won't get it, and he strikes out swinging for Ryan Higgins. It's his 6th of the ball game. Didn't look to me like Woodley went around. And he was asking for an appeal. The home plate umpire said not today. Josh Barnhill, I think, saying it would have been a strike anyway. The first pitch to Truman Roper is in for a called strike. An incredible battle, though, a 9-pitch at-bat between Woodley and Higgins. One delivery, swung over the top and missed. King has had a little bit of trouble identifying who a pitcher that can stop this Eagles offense is. The 1-2 swung on and missed, and back-to-back strikeouts dating back to last inning. That's now 3 straight strikeouts swinging, 4 straight strikeouts overall. Higgins is feeling himself as it brings up the catcher Borchard. 7 strikeouts on the ball game for Ryan Higgins. And when the offense scores 12 runs in 2 innings, it's very easy to overlook the pitching performance, but Higgins is making it known that he's wheeling and dealing. Seven strikeouts and 8 outs recorded. Ball will miss downstairs, evens the count to Borchard, 1-1. The 1-1 delivery taken inside for ball 2. Borchard last season against Carson-Newman went 3 for 10, got a hit in each game he played against the Eagles, went 1 for 4 on opening day, 1 for 4 the following day on what was a Saturday, and then 1 for 2 in the midweek game at King in April. Ball will miss outside for Higgins, 3-1 count and a hitter's count for Borchard. He's 0 for 1. He struck out swinging as the first strikeout victim of Higgins back in the first. 3-1 grounded foul for strike 2. '50th pitch of the outing for Ryan Higgins coming up. The sophomore has certainly impressed against the Tornado. Payoff pitch. Fouled back and just stays alive. Higgins looking for his second 3-up, 3-down inning. The first that are all strikeouts. Did so back in the first, had 2 strikeouts in that frame, but Truman Roper, the previous batter for the Tornado, grounded out to second base to open the ballgame. 3-2, ring him up looking, strike 3. Higgins strikes out the side. He's got 8. Higgins wheeling and dealing through 3. We'll be back for the bottom of the third on the Eagles Sports Network. Carson-Newman 12, King 0.
Don't know what to wear on game day? Head over to shopseeandeagles.com for all of your Carson-Newman athletics gear. You can find clothing from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour to cover you from head to toe. ShopSeeingEagles.com also has duffel bags, backpacks, jewelry, pet supplies, and gifts. Don't waste any more time. Prove you are the ultimate Carson-Newman fan with the official gear of the Eagles at ShopSeeingEagles.com. Visit today.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Back here from the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex, it's all Carson-Newman through 2 1/3. The Tornado have struggled to crack Ryan Higgins in what is now his second time through the batting order. The Eagles have had no problems solving the two pitchers for the King Tornado, Cole Pletcher and Royal Philo, who is back out on the mound for his second inning of work after Philo has dealt 39 pitches in relief so far. Well, how about this? Some overall stats through 2 1/3 as Nick Castellana will grab a bat to lead off the Carson-Newman part of the third. Carson-Newman today hitting 11 for 16 as a team batting .688. 9 for 14 with runners on for .643. King still looking to get some numbers that don't resemble zeros. First pitch is in there for a called strike to Castellana. Eagles have batted around in both innings so far, puts a ball into play, into the right field gap, danger triangle, and it drops in for a base hit. A bloop single down the right field line for Nick Castellana. He's 3 for 3 today with 3 base hits. And it brings up another man who's batting 1,000 on the season, Aiden Gibson, 2 for 2 with 2 singles so far. Castellana at first. Philo's first delivery right down Main Street and taken by Gibson. Upper part of the zone, 78 mile per hour. Really more like a slow ball that didn't have any break to it, but not the speeds that we've seen Philo get to. The 0-1 taken outside, count goes even. Gibson has come around to score both times he has come to the plate. Was driven in twice by the same man, Cole Nathan, who's currently in the hole. 1-1 delivery, fouled off, strike 2. We'll take a look at around the South Atlantic Conference baseball scores today. Didn't have a lot of action yesterday, a lot of rainouts across the southeast region, including our scheduled game yesterday. One-two, hit over towards short. Picked up by Corley, onto Woodley for 1, over to Hicks, and that turns a double play. So a 6-4-3 double play will retire Castellana. And it brings up Braxton Smith with nobody on and 2 outs. First double play turned by either side so far today. First pitch in there for a strike to Braxton Smith. Pitch taken downstairs for a called strike 2. Pitch taken downstairs for ball 1. Pitch fouled back. Keeps the count at 1-2 for Philo, about to have his 50th pitch of the outing. We'll take a look at the 11 a.m. game between Newberry and Barton. That game has gone final. Newberry winners over the Barton Bulldogs 3-1. Newberry advances to 2-0 on the season. Pitch taken upstairs, ball 2. Coker and Belmont Abbey, that game's gotten a lot more interesting very quickly. Top of the 6th inning, Cobras and Belmont Abbey tied at 2. 2-2 delivery, just taking a hair downstairs. Philo was looking for the backwards K. Very fortunate at Carson-Newman University to now have TrackMan software, and the TrackMan data track that is a little low, so good take for Braxton Smith. Ball low and away, and that take leads to a base on balls. Smith draws the walk, and surprisingly, just the second walk that Philo has allowed. It's been a lot more hits than walks so far allowed by the Tornado. Hit back up the middle. Roper comes in. That drops in for a base hit to the center fielders. Smith heading over to third. He will get there on a base hit from Cole Nathan on the first pitch he sees. Runners are at the corners for Trey Miller. Miller, 0 for 1 today, walked back in the first inning, reached on an error his last time up. Philo, number 54, on his 54th pitch of the outing, will deliver a ball downstairs to Trey Miller. Fifth batter of the inning for Carson-Newman, trying to strike in the first 3 innings of our ball game today. Game's just getting started at the 1 o'clock hour. Tusculum at Francis Marion, Trevecca Nazarene at Lenore Rhine, Bluefield State at UVA Wise, Union of Tennessee at Limestone, and Lincoln Memorial at North Georgia. LMU nearly got no hit by the Nighthawks last night before breaking it up through 8 1/3. Would have been a combined no-hitter as Miller swings over the top for strike one. It's a 2-1 count. Third-ranked Catawba College, who is the favorite to win the South Atlantic Conference, taking on a gauntlet down in South Florida of the Sunshine State Conference. 2-1 delivery, misses low. The Catawba Indians were ranked third heading into this season. Got walked off in extra innings last night, 7-6 against Nova Southeastern down in Davie, Florida. 3-1 comes inside, hits Miller. It's another hit by pitch. Nathan advances to second. Smith occupied third, won't move from there, and the bases are loaded. So Miller hit by the pitch. Bases juiced for Spencer Williams. Chance to drive in some runs. There are 2 outs in the inning. First pitch he sees cranked towards left field. Richardson has a read, will reach up and make the catch. That puts a quick end to the threat. And the Eagles leave the bases loaded for the second time today. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, bases left loaded. We're through a third of our ball game today. It's the Carson-Newman Eagles 12, the King Tornado 0 on the Eagles Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City has deals for Carson-Newman students. Bring in your valid student ID when you order for pickup or delivery, and Domino's in Jefferson City will give you a steaming hot large one-topping pizza for $4.99. That's a large one-topping pizza for Carson-Newman students for $4.99 at Domino's in Jeff City. Call 865-471-6700 to order. That's 865-471-6700. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Okay, let's see. I'm ready to do this. Carson-Newman. It's been around since 1851. Lots of flexible online programs. Wow. World-class accredited academics. A faith and learning environment with professors who really care about me. A top 10 best value school. Carson-Newman gives $48 million a year in financial aid. This is the perfect place. I'm in.
Back here from the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex, on the banks of Mossy Creek, just over that left field wall, is the namesake of this town's nickname, the Mossy Creek. Closest athletic facility at Carson-Newman to the creek itself. Michael Stars, Levi Medford, Cale Richardson due up to bat for the Tornado here in the top of the fourth. It's the 3-4-5 portion of the batting order. Ryan Higgins back out for his fourth inning of work, and there's no other word to characterize what Higgins has done except for excellence. 9 outs recorded. 8 of those outs have been strikeouts. And the first pitch that Stars will see is in there for a called strike. Higgins has faced 11 batters. Again, with 8 strikeouts, has just walked 1. 0-1, big swing and a miss by Stars. Stars 0 for 1 today, struck out looking back in the first inning. From Carson-Newman in the first 2 innings of the ballgame. 12-zip. Carson-Newman, 6 runs in the first, 6 runs in the second. Finally got blanked in the third. 0-2, that one's put in play. Diving stop, couldn't get there was Floyd. It ends up in the glove of Gibson, who rolls past his glove, and Smith, the left fielder, ends up with it. And it's a single to left field for Michael Stars. First base hit of the ball game for King. And that's exactly where you want that hit to come in the leadoff portion of an inning with one of your best batters coming up to the dish, Levi Medford. He hits it hard over to the shortstop, Gibson, over to Nathan for 1, on to Kilgore, and it's quickly canceled out with a 6-4-3 double play. First double play turned by Carson-Newman this season. Both teams have now turned double plays in back-to-back innings. Both have been 6-4-3s. Brings up Cale Richardson, who struck out looking in his lone at-bat of the season. First pitch is a called strike. Richardson played for the Carlisle Chiefs in high school in Martinsville, Virginia. Had one of the best individual performances by King last season. Check swing, appeal down, no swing, says the field umpire. Had a 5-hit performance was Cale Richardson against Davis and Elkins on February 17th, which marked the only individual 5-hit performance in a game by the Tornado last season. It's a 2-1 count to Richardson. The junior only played in 1 game against Carson-Newman last year, went 0 for 1. Swing and a miss will put the count at 2-2. Through 3 innings of play, no runs on 1 hit, 2 errors for the Tornado, 12 runs on 13 hits, and no errors for Carson-Newman. The lone Tornado hit came earlier this inning. Check swing, doesn't matter, ring him up looking, strike 3. That ends the inning. No runs on a hit, no errors, nobody left on base. It's the Tornado 0, the Eagles 12, middle of the 4th on the Eagles Sports Network.
There's something about a small community that unites us, whether it's cheering on our favorite team or the way we come together in a crisis. Small communities are made up of people with big hearts. We're dedicated to hard work and innovation. Through sunny days and stormy nights, AEC is always here, powering the people and the places that make our community a spectacular place to call home. AEC, power what matters most.
Insurance, it's about people, not things. It's about security. It's about confidence. It's about relationships. It's about trust. It's about you. As a local independent agent, Bible Insurance Agency can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family. Give the people you love safe, sound, secure protection from Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown.
Back here from Jefferson City, Tennessee, the home of opening day baseball between the King Tornado and the Carson-Newman Eagles. Few games already underway. We talked about the sack scoreboard, and as Royal Philo comes out for what is going to be his third full inning of work if he can complete it, we'll talk about what's going on in the Conference Carolinas. First of all, what a start to the season. You got to talk about North Greenville and the Trailblazers. Had a tight win at USC Beaufort, 13-11 last night. But that wasn't the game everyone's talking about. The game everyone's talking about is what happened after that. Second game of a doubleheader against the Sand Sharks. North Greenville won 29-3. 13 runs in the first game, 29 runs in the second inning. North Greenville looking like an offensive juggernaut. Seth Benner leads off the inning for Carson-Newman. He takes the first pitch for a strike. Francis Marion, Erskine, Belmont Abbey, and Mount Olive all picked up wins yesterday as well, with Barton taking the only loss to the South Atlantic Conference's Newberry. Fouled off first strike two goes Benner. But North Greenville putting up 42 runs in a single day. Did allow the second most runs just behind Barton with 14. 0-2. Curves its way right into the strike zone. Strike three looking. 3 pitches, 3 strikes. Benner retired. First strikeout for Royal Philo today. Make that his second, apologies. Also struck out Tanner Kilgore, who's now the on-deck batter, as it brings up Logan Floyd. 2 for 3, single, double, fly out to right. Hits a ground ball on the first pitch he sees to the shortstop Corley, picks it up, throws on to first for Hicks, and it's in time on a 6-3 ground out. 2 up, 2 down here in the Carson-Newman fourth. Back into the batter's box is Tanner Kilgore. He's 1 for 3. Singled in the second inning, has also struck out swinging twice today. First pitch taken low and outside, ball 1. Had a 11 a.m. Conference Carolinas start time between Lander and Erskine, with Erskine being the host down in South Carolina. Pitch taken by Kilgore for strike 1. The game is not going Erskine's way right now, being 1 hit by the Bearcats. Lander leading 3-0, bottom of the 6th. Ground ball hit over to short, picked up by Corley again. Throw on to Hicks. It's a bit of a high throw, but the tag is made on another 6-3 ground out. Back-to-back ground outs to the shortstop. 3 up, 3 down go the Eagles for the first time today. We're through 4 complete here in Mossy Creek. It's the Eagles 12, the Tornado 0 on the Eagles Sports Network.
Sure, we've been around a while, 171 years to be exact. We know the power of a liberal arts-based Christian education and the tremendous potential of what can be found on this campus, within this community. We are adventurers, dreamers, believers, passionate and compassionate, curious and clever, driven by a common purpose towards a common goal.
I found my passion.
I found purpose.
We are Carson-Newman.
What will you find?
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
To start our 5th inning here in Mossy Creek, Ryan Higgins back out on the mound for his 5th inning of work. Want to take you through a few scores around Conference Carolinas, the conference of the King Tornado. And this is a notable one if you're a Carson-Newman fan as well. Carson-Newman's first midweek of the year on the road in Rome, Georgia against Shorter on Tuesday. Shorter is currently leading Kentucky State 17-0 in the top of the fourth. Shorter had a very similar start to their game that Carson-Newman did. 6 runs in both the first and second, mirroring Carson-Newman's start. The only difference, the Hawks kept going, and in the bottom of the third plated 5 runs to get them up to 17. Here's the kicker on that. Of those 17 Shorter runs, they only have 6 base hits. Daniel Hicks steps into the batter's box to lead off the 5th for the Tornado. First pitch to Hicks is a ground ball, picked up by the third baseman Floyd. The throw on to first is low, but in time. Hicks, who walked in his previous plate appearance, is now retired for the first time today. So far. The weird thing is in that game, that Shorter Kentucky State game, 6 hits, only 1 error has been committed by the Thoroughbreds so far. Kentucky State has allowed 9 walks in that ball game, so outnumbering the hit column. Pitch taken upstairs for a called strike. According to TrackMan data, that one just a bit too high of the zone. The 1-1 delivery fouled off down the right side. Or no, that stays in fair territory, apologies, and Williams, the right fielder, will reach up to make the catch. Brings up Patrick Corley. Corley struck out swinging, was the 5th strikeout victim of Ryan Higgins, who's looking to get into double digits with his next strikeout. First pitch taken upstairs for ball 1. Well, last inning we were talking about North Greenville, who's currently number 4 in the country, winning 29-3 last night against USC Beaufort. Game 3 of that scheduled 4-game series is underway. Swing and a miss for strike 1 to Corley. North Greenville does have the lead. They are one-hitting USC Beaufort, and it's looking like it's going to be a 3-0 start for the Trailblazers, but not nearly as bad as 29-3 right now. It's 5-1, North Greenville over USCB, top 5. 1-1 delivery taken downstairs. It's a 2-1 count. Last game that we can really talk about before we talk about the 1 o'clock slate a little later on this afternoon. Emmanuel leading number 22 Lee 9-3, middle of the 5th down in Cleveland, Tennessee. 2-1 taken upstairs. Should Corley reach, it brings up Jalen Woodley, who's also 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Ball 4 taken upstairs, and it's a 5-pitch walk for Patrick Corley. Just the 2nd walk allowed by Ryan Higgins today. So a runner aboard for Jalen Woodley. King still with just the 1 base hit today. First pitch to Woodley is in there for a called strike. Nobody warming up in the bullpen for Carson-Newman, despite the pitch count for Higgins now getting up to 70. The 0-1 fouled off well at a play. This one might land at the field of Berktar Stadium, the football facility at Carson-Newman. If you're just tuning in, it's the top of the 5th inning. Carson-Newman 12, King 0. A dominant showing through those first 2 innings. Runner thought about going, check swing, ring him up looking anyway. Woodley strikes out looking for the first time today, strikes out for the second time overall, and it's Ryan Higgins. 10 strikeouts. He gets into double digits. We're halfway through our ball game. Middle 5. Carson-Newman 12. King 0.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
Nick Castellana set to lead off the bottom of the 5th for Carson-Newman. Castellana today is 3 for 3. 3 singles for the Eagle catcher. Came around to score in the first and second, was caught out on a double play in the third. Finally had his first inning off in the fourth. Had to bat in the first, second, third, and now the fifth. So we'll see what the inning to reset allows Castellana to do. Royal Philo still the pitcher on the hill for King, dealing with a 12-0 deficit and trying to keep the Eagles at bay. First pitch to Castellana is high and tight, 4-1. Philo has pitched through 3 1/3, has allowed 7 hits, 6 runs. However, only 2 of them have been earned. Another ball downstairs. Walked 2, struck out 2. Has only let up 1 extra base hit of the 7 hits that he's allowed. Swing and a miss, strike 1 to Nick Castellana. 80-mile-per-hour fastball for Royal Philo. He's gotten up to around the 82, 83 range, but averages more around that 79 to 81 range. Ball taken too high and too outside. It's ball 3. Three-one delivery taken inside. It's ball 4. Nick Castellana with a leadoff walk, and he remains so far perfect on his line today. 3 for 3, now adding a walk to that. Third walk surrendered by Philo today. Bottom of the 5th, Eagles 12, Tornado zip. Game 1 of a doubleheader today between the Eagles and Tornado. The 0-0 is a miss, nearly a pass ball as it slightly got away from Borchardt, but is able to rein it in. Three straight balls from Royal Philo. Castellana went ahead 2-0, swung and missed for strike 1 to make it a 2-1 count before taking balls 3 and 4. And there's a called strike on the second pitch of the Gibson at-bat. Got a couple other updates for you from around the South Atlantic Conference before the 2 o'clock games get underway. High pop up towards right field. Hyatt camps underneath it. Will reach up and make the squeeze. for the first out of the inning. Brings up Braxton Smith. UVA Y's underway against Bluefield State, top of the third. Bluefield State has a 1-0 lead. Runners at second and third for the Big Blue with 2 gone. First pitch to Braxton Smith is in there for a called strike. Pitch count up to 75 for the reliever Royal Philo. One delivery on the way. Breaking ball just misses the zone. It was a pretty looking pitch, just couldn't find the location. Slowed it down to under 70 miles per hour, had a lot of spin. The 1-1 taken well outside. Smith today is 1 for 2, singled in the first, grounded out to the pitcher in the second, and then drew a walk in the third. Mentioned last night that LMU nearly got no hit by North Georgia. That game's in the bottom of the third, game 2 of that series in DeLonga, Georgia. 2-1 is taken for strike 2. Rail Splitters now lead the Nighthawks 2-1, top of the fourth in game 2 of that series. Coker has taken a 5-2 lead over Belmont Abbey in the bottom of the 7th. Castellana stands at first. Smith, the batter, the 2-2 delivery is swung over the top. Throw back to first base. And no call from the umpires mean that he's safe. Smith strikes out swinging. 2 outs in the inning as it brings up Cole Nathan. Third strikeout of the afternoon for Royal Philo. For those curious about Carson-Newman's next opponent in Shorter, and time was called for a moment, I believe, to deal with Borchardt, who had some uncomfortability with his mask. Athletic trainer popped out of the Eagles' dugout before being quickly waved off. But Shorter has now scored in 4 straight innings. It's now 18-0 Shorter over Kentucky State. That is Carson-Newman's next opponent after this 3-game set on Tuesday. Ground ball back up the middle. It's fielded improperly by Corley. It's an infield single for Cole Nathan. So Nathan now 4 for 4 on the day. Trey Miller comes up to the plate. Still looking for his first hit of the year. Ball will taken outside. Runners at first and second. Nathan at first. Castellana will go up to second. Miller will take the second pitch low for a ball as well. 2 balls, no strikes. It was a really tough play over at shortstop. Corley couldn't handle it properly. Just don't know if he would have gotten the out over at first had he made the play, since it was such a slow roller. Ball 3 will miss just a bit too far outside at the letters for Trey Miller. 3-0 delivery is in there for a called strike. Well, Philo's pitch count is getting up there, especially as a reliever who I'm sure was expecting to pitch today, but maybe not quite this long, unless the strategy was to use Cole Pletcher in an opening role. 3-1, called strike. Royal Philo now up to 85 pitches on the afternoon. And I would think that this is his final inning of work with that pitch count. 3-2. Hit over to second. Woodley will flip it on to second. He's safe. And on a fielder's choice, Woodley just doesn't take the shore out at first. Instead, tries to be fancy with 2 outs on the board, flips it to second, and everybody's safe. So Miller advances up to first on the fielder's choice. Nathan to second, Castellana to third. Called strike, and now for the second time today, Spencer Williams takes an at-bat with the bases loaded. Spencer Williams last season with the bases loaded as he takes a hack for strike 2. Took one, then swung over one. Williams went 3 for 7 last season, batting .429 with the bases loaded. He's 0 for 1 today in that situation. A ball that gets in front, now caught in a rundown. Philo will work Nathan back. Nathan now gets tagged. That's going to end the inning. So Nathan caught stealing through 5. It's 12-0 Carson-Newman on the Eagles Sports Network.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
So on a drop pitch, that was almost a wild pitch, pass ball. Cole Nathan tries to go to third, thinking everyone would advance at base if it rolled to the backstop. Borchard did an excellent job of blocking and was able to get him caught in a rundown. It went Borchard to Philo to Corley to get the out. So Spencer Williams will come back up to the plate to start the Eagles' half of the 6th inning. For now, it's Truman Roper in the top of the order and back out for his 6th inning of work, and why not? He's been excellent today. Ryan Higgins. Higgins, through 5 innings, has only allowed 1 hit, striking out 10, walking 2. Truman Roper 0 for 2 today. He's first pitch swinging right back to Higgins. He will take it most of the way to the bag before flipping it on to Kilgore. So a 1-3 groundout will start off the Kings' 6th. Nathan Borchard, the catcher who just made that excellent block and was able to get the 3rd out of the previous inning. He's 0 for 2 today, having struck out twice. Back up the middle, tough play for the shortstop Gibson. He gloves it, throws on to first in time for the out. 2 pitches, 2 outs. Pretty easy inning for Higgins so far. It gets his pitch count up from 72 to 74. First pitch swinging for the Tornado on back-to-back plays. Michael Stars is the lone member of the Tornado with a base hit. He did so in the 4th inning before being chopped down on a double play on the next batter. Nice slider by Higgins, is able to get it in for a strike. The 0-1 fouled off, strike 2. Stars on the ropes. Higgins looking for victim number 11. Higgins has already set his career high in strikeouts in a single ball game as Stars fouls off the 0-2. Previous high came against Montevallo back on March 27th of last year with 7. Also now has set a career high in innings pitched. Same game he pitched 5 innings against the Falcons of Montevallo. Is through 5 2/3, potentially 6. This one's lifted towards right field. It's deep. It's going to hit off the base of the wall. Stars has his second hit of the game, and it's a stand-up double for Michael Stars. Runner in scoring position for just the second time today for King. Stars, the 3-hole batter, and the typical thinking is you want your best batter in that 3-hole. Well, so far that has been the case for the Tornado. Stars at a .311 batting average. He's 2 for 3 today. Brings up Levi Medford. 0 for 1 was hit by a pitch and grounded into a double play. First pitch fouled off. Levi Medford, the native to Canton, North Carolina. Played for the, excuse me if I'm mispronouncing, Pisgah Black Bears of Canton, North Carolina. 0-1 taken outside for ball 1. Star stands on second after doubling in the previous at-bat. Medford last season against Carson-Newman played in all 4 games, went 2 for 6 with 2 strikeouts. 1-1 delivery to Medford, swing and a miss for strike 2. Medford had 4 doubles last season. 2 of his 4 doubles last season came on the same day against Davis and Elkins last year. He'll swing and miss for strike 3. Make that strikeout number 11 for Ryan Higgins. We're through 5.5. It's the Eagles 12. Tornado still looking to get on the scoreboard. Eagles grab a bat in the 6th when we come back on the Eagles Sports Network.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
The number one source for Carson-Newman athletics gear, shop cneagles.com, where you can find gear from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour. Shirts, jerseys, sweatshirts, shorts, pants, hats, and scarves. Shop cneagles.com is your source.
Tri-Light is proud to support Carson-Newman Athletics. We salute the student athletes who are working hard to make great things happen on the field, in the classroom, and in the world. It takes vision, commitment, and teamwork.
We're back here from the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex. A call to the bullpen takes Royal Philo out of the game. It'll bring up Reguini. Jacob Reguini, the Virginia Beach senior, will lead off his appearance against Spencer Williams. More on the final line for Royal Philo in just a moment. Jacob Reguini, 15 appearances last season. All of them have been or were in relief. Spencer Williams So far today, 1 for 2. He takes the first pitch from Reguini for a ball. Reguini went 0-2 last season with a save. 7.34 ERA. Pitch comes inside, nearly hits Williams on the belt. In 30 2/3, allowed 37 hits, 28 runs, 25 of which were earned. 19 walks, 32 strikeouts, and let up 4 long balls. The 2-0 delivery taken inside, belt high, ball 3. Reguini has yet to find the strike zone. Last appearance of the season came on April 25th against Emmanuel. Pitched 4 2/3 of relief. Taken inside, bouncing ball, 4-pitch walk. Not quite the start you want if you're Jacob Reguini for your season. Brings up Seth Benner. Pitched 4 2/3 against Emmanuel last season in his most recent collegiate appearance. Allowed 7 hits but only 2 runs. Of those 7 hits, though, did allow a home run and a triple. Wind up and pitch taken high and tight for Seth Benner. You got to wonder if the red light is on, if Tom Griffin is saying don't swing until this guy can prove that he can throw a strike. Jacob Reguini, the new pitcher for King, the 1-0, missing again. Standing at first after a walk is Spencer Williams. If you're just tuning in, it's the bottom of the 6th inning here in Jefferson City, Tennessee. The Carson-Newman Eagles lead the King Tornado 12-0. 2-0. Bouncing ball in the dirt. This one skips away for ball 3. So Williams will advance on a wild pitch. Benner facing a 3-0 count. Reguini, through 7 pitches, has yet to find the zone. He finally does on his 8th pitch of the appearance. And does so on an 80-mile-per-hour pitch that, according to our TrackMan services here, did not catch the zone. Three balls and a strike. The delivery outside, it's ball 4. Benner gets on first with a walk. It's the second walk for Reguini. So back-to-back walks bring up Logan Floyd, who's 2 for 4 today with a single, a double, flyout, and a groundout. Line score so far here in the bottom of the 6th. King, no runs on 2 hits, have committed 2 errors as the first pitch to Floyd will miss low for ball 1. Carson-Newman, 12 runs on 14 hits, no errors. King has left 4 on base to Carson-Newman's 9. 1-0 delivery, called a strike on the inside part of the plate. Count is even to 1-1. Logan Floyd takes the 1-1 delivery just outside for ball 2. 2 runners aboard. Seth Benner at first, Spencer Williams over at second. Both got aboard via Reguini walks. Pitch downstairs, skips away. Borchard can't find it. And advancing 90 feet are Benner and Williams. On another wild pitch from Reguini. It's a hitter's 3-1 count to Logan Floyd. Should he walk, it would bring up a bases-loaded situation for Tanner Kilgore. 3-1 delivery. Missing on the outside part of the plate. I think Floyd was expecting a strike call, stood in the box for an extra second before tossing the bat away. 3 straight walks from Jacob Reguini. And that will be enough for a mound visit from the Tornado. Jacob Reguini, 3 straight walks, had a really good strikeout to walk ratio last season. That's what makes this just a tad more interesting. Riguini had 32 strikeouts to just 19 walks a season ago, and now he's getting an early season visit from Micah Kaiser. King, coming off a 14-32 season, went 7-21 in Conference Carolinas play. Lost in the first round of the Conference Carolinas tournament to Belmont Abbey. Got swept by Carson-Newman in a season-opening 3-game series at this facility a year ago. Did beat the Eagles in Bristol, Tennessee at the King Baseball Field on April 2nd of 2024. Ducks on the pond for Tanner Kilgore, nobody out. We'll see what the mound visit does. Tanner Kilgore had 2 at-bats with the bases loaded a season ago, went 0 for 2. First pitch will miss downstairs for ball 1. Jacob Riguini, their right-handed arm. Pitch taken inside for ball 2. Kilgore against right-handed pitchers in the dirt. Good block by Borchardt. However, it is a 3-0 count. No space to put a runner. This could walk a run in. Carson-Newman has not scored since the second inning, and what was a crooked number for the second consecutive inning. 3-0 delivery. Right down Main Street for a called strike 1. Slowed it down to 78 and caught the upper outside corner. Three-one delivery outside. Borchardt gloves it, but that walks home a run. The 4th straight walk surrendered by Riguini. Floyd up to second, Benner to third. Williams comes home to score. Carson-Newman now leads 13-0 here in the bottom of the 6th. 4 consecutive walks have brought home a run. Brings up Nick Castellana, who takes the first pitch for a called strike. Castellana, a perfect 3 for 3 today, has walked as well. Came around to score twice in the first and second innings. The 0-1. Taken upstairs, ball 1. Previous pitcher for the Tornado, Royal Philo, went 4 1/3 in relief. Was very impressive to go that long out of the bullpen. The 1-1 misses, and now Castellana is ahead in the count, 2-1. Looks back towards Tom Griffin, who is looking towards the base paths, so gets no help from his head coach right now. I think he's wondering if that red light is still on or if he's free to swing away. 2-1, he will try to swing away, and he swings just over the top of it. Royal Philo, the previous pitcher, went 4 1/3, allowed 8 hits, 6 runs. However, only 2 of them were earned. 2-2 delivery, swing over top. There's no place to put the runner on a dropped ball, so that just means it's a normal strikeout swinging for Nick Castellana, and there's the first out of the inning. Brings up Aiden Gibson. Finishing up Philo's line, walked 3, struck out 3. Riguini, the third pitcher for King, as the first pitch to Aiden Gibson is taken for ball 1. Just over top of the zone. 1-0 delivery fouled off. Will this be playable? Hyatt, the right fielder, climbs up the Mossy Creek Hill in right field and lets it fall. That's one of the unique quirks about this facility at Carson-Newman. Of course, flat field, and then you have just a massive hill that leads up to the visiting grandstand at the football facility. And make that a 0-2 count. That first one was a called strike. Apologies. So an 0-2 count with the bases loaded. Kilgore stands at first, Floyd at second, Benner at third. The 0-2 delivery taken inside for the first ball of the at-bat. The 1-2 delivery taken just a hair outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Eagles have hit .462 today with runners in scoring position. Ground ball hit over towards third. It's stepped on the bag by Stars. Great heads-up play, and the throw over to first is in time as Gibson will ground into a 5-3 double play to end the inning. That'll do it for the 6th inning. Carson-Newman walks home a run, 13-0 through 2/3 of our ball game today. We'll be back for the 7th when we come back on the Eagles Sports Network.
Don't know what to wear on game day? Head over to shopseeandeagles.com for all of your Carson-Newman athletics gear. You can find clothing from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour to cover you from head to toe. ShopSeeingEagles.com also has duffel bags, backpacks, jewelry, pet supplies, and gifts. Don't waste any more time. Prove you are the ultimate Carson-Newman fan with the official gear of the Eagles at ShopSeeingEagles.com. Visit today.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Back here for the top of the 7th. Ryan Higgins' day is done after 11 strikeouts, 6 innings pitched, did not allow a run, and only 2 hits. He's relieved by Braxton Roberts. Did not play last season, so a welcome back to the hill for Braxton Roberts. Get you caught up on some stats from 2 seasons ago in 2023 as Cale Richardson will lead off the inning. First pitch swinging, speared by Floyd, the third baseman at the hot corner. Richardson lines out to start Braxton Roberts' day. So 1 gone. Daniel Hicks 0 for 1 today with a ground out and a walk. The next batter. Braxton Roberts appeared in 5 games in the 2023 season as the first deal to Hicks is a ball downstairs. Went through 4 1/3 innings, only allowed 1 hit, no runs. Walked 6 to just 2 strikeouts. Last appeared on the hill on April 12th of 2023 for Carson-Newman. Ball taken low and inside by Daniel Hicks. 2-0 count. Delivery. Hit back up the middle. Tough play for the shortstop Gibson. Fires onto first. It's a close play, but called out on a 2-0 count. It's a 6-3 ground. Now mentioned that Braxton Roberts only allowed 1 hit and 4 1/3 in his lone season so far back in 2023. What I didn't mention was that hit came in his first collegiate appearance. The remaining 4 games he pitched that season did not allow a base hit. We'll see if King can break the spell. First pitch is in there for Hyatt for a called strike. Roberts throws a fastball, curveball, and a splitter. Rare to have a splitter. Really, in college, you don't start to develop more, I guess, advanced pitches like that until post-grad. 1-1, fouled off, strike 2. Roberts last appeared April 12th of 2023 against Young Harris. Pitched 2/3 of an inning in relief. Did not allow a hit nor a run. Pitch taken outside, ball 2. Roberts, the Sweetwater, Tennessee native, redshirt sophomore. Went to Loudon High School in Loudon, Tennessee. 2-2 delivery. This one's hammered towards left field. That drops in for a base hit. It's a base hit for Connor Hyatt as he singles to left center. Just the third hit of the afternoon for the King Tornado. Both had belonged to Michael Stars. Connor Hyatt breaks the spell in the 7-hole. Brings up Patrick Corley. Corley spoils off the first pitch over to the third base side, where it's barehanded by first season head coach for King, Brad Hill. Recently promoted to head coach. The 0-1 called a strike downstairs. It's an 0-2 count. Before coming to King, head coach Brad Hill was the head coach at Happy Valley High School before taking the job at King University. 0-2, runner thought about going. It's a ball in the dirt, and retreating back to the bag was Connor Hyatt. Ball and 2 strikes. Look over to Hyatt, who leads off of first. Roberts takes a look in his glove, now fires the 1-2. It's downstairs for ball 2. Well, how about this for a funny connection? First head coaching job for King head coach Brad Hill was at nearby Morristown Hamblin East for the Hurricanes, about 15 minutes away from here. The 2-2, ring him up looking. We'll continue that in the next inning. Corley strikes out looking. Roberts allows 1 hit, but nothing more. 7th inning stretch here in Jefferson City. We'll be back on the Eagles Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City has deals for Carson-Newman students. Bring in your valid student ID when you order for pickup or delivery, and Domino's in Jefferson City will give you a steaming hot large one-topping pizza for $4.99. That's a large one-topping pizza for Carson-Newman students for $4.99 at Domino's in Jeff City. Call 865-471-6700 to order. That's 865-471-6700. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Okay, let's see. I'm ready to do this. Carson-Newman. It's been around since 1851. Lots of flexible online programs. Wow. World-class accredited academics. A faith and learning environment with professors who really care about me. A top 10 best value school. Carson-Newman gives $48 million a year in financial aid. This is the perfect place. I'm in.
Back here from Mossy Creek, the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex, home of the Carson-Newman Eagles. It is still Jacob Reguini on the hill for the King Tornado after walking 4 batters in the previous inning. Leading things off is Braxton Smith. First pitch is in there for a called strike. The 0-1 delivery taken inside for ball 1. So a 1-1 count. Time is called by, it appears to be Tom Griffin from the dugout. Few glances that direction before we're ready to get play started again. Riguini takes a long look in, now fires, swung over the top for strike 2. What was mentioning last inning, a bit of a cool connection. Head coach for King, Brad Hill, got his first head coaching job about 15 to 20 minutes away from here at Morristown Hamblin East. As a fly ball is hit over to left field, that drops in for a base hit. So Braxton Smith will single to left field. Brings up Cole Nathan, who today is 4 for 4 with 4 singles. We'll start it with the Hurricanes as his first head coaching job. For Carson-Newman, head coach Tom Griffin got his coaching start at rival Tusculum University from 1990 to 1997. Came to Carson-Newman as an assistant as Nathan takes the first pitch upstairs for a ball. In 2000, from 1998 to 2001, took a 1-year gap. Wasn't a part of the Carson-Newman coaching staff in 2002, as a ball will miss downstairs, as he became the head coach of, guess where, Morristown Hamblin East. So both head coaches have a stop as head coach for the Hurricanes of Morristown Hamblin East. Called strike will put the count at 2-1. Both have some time with the Hurricanes and called Morristown home at one point in their careers. Tom Griffin then came back to Carson-Newman in 2003, was in that assistant role from 03 to 05 before becoming the head coach in 2006. Ball misses again to Cole Nathan, and the count is 3-1 in favor of the batter and the left fielder, second baseman for Carson-Newman. Called strike on the outside part of the plate. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Count goes full. Look over towards first base. Now fires the 3-2. It's a walk. It becomes the 5th walk surrendered by Riguini. 2 runners are on with nobody out for Trey Miller, bottom of the order, who's still looking for his first hit. The crowd on hand today, the entire grandstand on the first base side, pretty much packed to the nines. Some sprinkling of spectators across the hill on the first baseline as we'll get time called. This might be it for Jacob Riguini. The entire infield comes in. We'll hand over the ball and we'll get a pitching change. We'll take a short break, let the new King pitcher get acquainted to the slab on top of the hill. When we come back, we'll let you know who it is and get the game restarted here in the bottom of the 7th inning on the Eagles Sports Network.
There's something about a small community that unites us, whether it's cheering on our favorite team or the way we come together in a crisis. Small communities are made up of people with big hearts. We're dedicated to hard work and innovation through sunny days and stormy nights. AEC is always here, powering the people and the places that make our community a spectacular place to call home. AEC, power what matters most.
Insurance, it's about people, not things. It's about security. It's about confidence. It's about relationships. It's about trust. It's about you. As a local independent agent, Bible Insurance Agency can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family. Give the people you love safe, sound, secure protection from Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown.
Well, a new pitcher on the hill for King. It's number 55, Jared Graham. So Jared Graham, the junior transfer out of Southwest Virginia Community College and the Flying Eagles. Pitched in 8 games, starting 1 a season ago. Jared Graham, a junior native to Bristol, Tennessee, takes the hill for King, inheriting 2 runners. Trey Miller will be the first to take on Jared Graham. First pitch fires upstairs, ball 1. Graham did not play last season at King. Played in 2023. A wild pitch that goes into the dirt after 2 straight balls will push runners up to second and third. Hit through the left side. Into score is Braxton Smith. Cole Nathan will stop. Heading over to second after muffing with the ball was the pitcher, or rather make that the third baseman, Michael Stars, as Miller will double to left center. Brings up Spencer Williams with runners at second and third. First pitch fouled back for strike 1. So Smith and Nathan both got into scoring position on a wild pitch. Then Miller doubled. It drove in Nathan. Drove in Smith, but Nathan had to stop. And then gets hit by a pitch. Excuse me for the interruption, as we'll get our first pinch hitter of the day, as Rogers steps into the batter's box. So Jacob Rogers, the pinch hitter for Carson-Newman, in his collegiate debut as a junior. First pitch taken for a strike. Sorry, this is Trace Alexander, apologies. Ball skips away on another wild pitch. Coming in to score is Nathan from third. Miller advances to second. Williams up to third. Fouls off the pitch for strike 2. So Nathan came in to score. Miller now up to third. Williams at second. And he swings over the top, and Alexander will strike out swinging. First out of the inning, Carson-Newman has scratched across 2 as it brings up Logan Floyd. First pitch is in there for a called strike to Logan Floyd. The 0-1 delivery called for strike 2. So it's an 0-2 count to Logan Floyd. Bouncing ball heading over to third. Throws across the diamond for out number 2. Staying still was Williams, but Miller does come home to score. 3 runs now across here in the bottom of the 7th. It's the Eagles 16, the Tornado 0. And it's Tanner Kilgore. Now make that another pinch hitter. It's Luke Goforth stepping into the batter's box. He takes the first pitch he sees for a strike, the next pitch a ball. So we're starting to get our first wave of substitutions. Goforth, the native to Blacksburg, Virginia, a Blacksburg Bruin in high school, the graduate student. Last season, batted .333 with 10 hits. Ball taken low for ball 2. Played summer ball this year for the Waynesboro Generals of the Valley League. Batted a .150 for the Generals with 2 doubles. Was 2 of 3 on stolen base attempts. Now how about this for the position player? Also got to pitch 2 games in relief for the Generals. Pitched 2 1/3 innings. Pops it up. Shallow outfield. It's the shortstop calling everybody off and will make the play. Goforth pops out to end the frame. We're through 7 innings complete. It's Carson-Newman 16, King 0.
Sure, we've been around a while, 171 years to be exact. We know the power of a liberal arts-based Christian education and the tremendous potential of what can be found on this campus, within this community. We are adventurers, dreamers, believers, passionate and compassionate, curious and clever, driven by a common purpose towards a common goal.
I found my passion.
I found purpose.
We are Carson-Newman.
What will you find?
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
A wave of substitutions as we're about to begin the 8th inning. Woodley coming up to the batter's box for the King Tornado. Jeb Schuler is the new man on the mound. Luke Goforth stays in the game as the first baseman. There's also a change at catcher as well. First pitch to Woodley is taken for a ball. It's now Rogers who is behind the plate doing the catching. I was mentioning him as a pinch hitter before I got my identities or my number IDs mixed up, but Rogers will be making his collegiate debut now as a defensive substitution. He is due up to bat in the bottom of the 8th. Jeb Schuler becomes the 3rd pitcher used by Carson-Newman. After relieving Braxton Roberts, pitch will miss outside for ball 2. Woodley's count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two-two delivery taken inside for ball 3. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The count is full. Nobody gone here in the top of the 8th. It's Carson-Newman 16, King 0. Big swing and a miss, and Jeb Schuler will get the forwards K as Woodley strikes out swinging for the 3rd time today. Has a backwards K and 2 forward Ks on Woodley's line today. It's the 1-0 delivery, called a strike to Truman Roper. So a ball and a strike on Roper's line with one away. High pop up behind home plate. That's a foul ball out of play. Ground ball hit over towards short, picked up by Gibson. The throw on to first is in time. An incredible play. Doing the splits was Luke Goforth. So a ground out will now bring up Borchardt. Borchardt today is 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts and a ground out to short. First pitch in there for a called strike. Ground ball hit up towards second base. The throw on to first is in time for the out. Nathan to Goforth. 3 up, 3 down. Go the Tornado. Bottom of the 8th coming up next on the Eagle Sports Network.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
Back here from Mossy Creek Silver Diamond Baseball Complex. Bottom of the 8th inning. And still on the hill for King, is Graham. I think that Jared Graham, the transfer from Southwest Virginia Community College, as it brings up the now catcher, Jacob Rogers. Jacob Rogers, the junior, making his collegiate debut, served as the bullpen catcher last year, now getting upgraded to full games. First pitch will miss for ball 1. Rogers, a native to the area, went to Jefferson County High School in Dandridge, calls his hometown Dandridge as well. Ball will miss low and away, ball 2. Rogers bats and throws from the right-handed side. 2-0 delivery will miss downstairs for ball 3. So 3 balls, no strikes. Have to expect the red light is on for Rogers. Carson-Newman leading 16-0, bottom of the 8th, trying to slam the door in the top of the 9th. Rogers will work a 4-pitch walk. Another pinch hitter will enter the game. It's Evan Mutter. That goes into the shortstop position. Will relieve Aiden Gibson. Mutter now the pinch hitter. Standing on deck just a moment after the first pitch of the Mutter at bat. Taken low for ball 1 is number 19, Wade Crothers, would also be making his collegiate debut as a redshirt freshman. Runner at first. 1-0 delivery is hammered towards left field. Richardson is underneath it and will reach up to make the catch. So another pinch hitter. It brings up Crothers. Wade Crothers, the redshirt freshman out of Phoenixville, Pennsylvania. Went to Phoenix Area High School in Phoenixville, playing for the Phantoms. And how about this for a little Phoenixville Area High School lore? The same high school as MLB Hall of Famer Mike Piazza. It's a good baseball program over there for the Phantoms. First pitch is in there, downstairs for a called strike right above the knees. For the tall standing Crothers. The 0-1 missing outside, ball one that evens up the count. Wade Crothers, 6'2", his collegiate debut comes today against King. The 1-1 delivery well outside and a good block by Borchardt. Puts the count into Crothers' favor, 2-1. Standing on deck is Cole Nathan, who is the scheduled batter to hit. Pitch will miss, and it's a 3-1 count. Foul ball will put the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Payoff pitch, runner at first. It's a ball outside and a full count walk for Wade Crothers. Rogers goes up to second, Crothers now at first, and it's Cole Nathan who surprisingly is actually scheduled to hit in this spot. Nathan today is 4 for 4, and why take him out when he's having a hot streak like that? Nathan has singled 4 times and also drawn a walk in his most recent plate appearance last inning in a 3 spot for the Eagles. Ball low and inside will open up the Nathan at bat. Nathan has driven in 3, has 3 RBIs. Both of those came in his first 2 plate appearances of the day. 1-0 skips away, makes it a 2-0 count in the wild pitch. Will advance both Crothers and Rogers. Two-0 delivery, big swing and a miss. Nathan was looking for the fences, instead comes up empty. 16-0 for Carson-Newman, the most runs in a season opener since 1992 when Carson-Newman put up 16 against East Tennessee State. Called strike. We'll put the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes. We still have another game to go with later on today. Game 1 of a doubleheader between Carson-Newman and King. Ground ball hit over to second, picked up by Woodley. The throw will come on to first, and it's an RBI ground out. Crothers advances up to third. Rogers comes home to score. And it's Trey Miller, who is also the scheduled batter after a myriad of pinch hitters. Miller today is 1 for 3. Doubled in his most recent plate appearance last inning. Fouls the first pitch he sees off the delivery from Graham. Carson-Newman batting .444 as a team today, 16 for 36. 0-1, fouled back on a check swing. Unfortunate as it just made contact with the handle of the bat. To contrast Carson-Newman's .444 team batting average, King hitting just $115. Roper camping underneath it will reach up and make the catch. That ends the 8th. We're through 8 innings complete. Carson-Newman scratches across another run in the bottom of the 8th. It's 17-0. The extra point is good. 2 touchdowns and a field goal. King trying to get on the scoreboard in the top of the 9th when we come back.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
Back here from the campus of Carson-Newman University, yet another set of changes for Carson-Newman defensively. We'll get to that in a moment as Michael Starr steps into the batter's box to take on Mark Salico, the new pitcher, sophomore from Waxhaw, North Carolina, also making his collegiate debut. Gets to see a former high school teammate in King's dugout as well. The first pitch fouled off. Will this stay in play? High at the right fielder, climbs the hill, but it lands out of play. King's Mitchell Kallenberg, the same high school as the current pitcher, Mark Salico, at Cuthbertson in Waxhaw, North Carolina. Colby Abbott, the new shortstop, relieves Evan Mutter, who came in as a pinch hitter. Wade Crothers remains in the ballgame as the left fielder. 0-1 delivery taken high for ball 1. Swing and a miss. Makes it strike 2. It's a 1-2 count. So Carson-Newman has now broken the program record for most runs in an opening day game. 17 breaks the Carson-Newman record of 16 that came against ETSU in '92. Salico delivers the 1-2 pitch just a touch high and outside, evens the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Carson-Newman struck for 6 runs each in the first and second, scratched across 1 in the 6th and 8th, and a 3 spot in the 7th. Starr swings over the top of it, and Salico gets the strikeout. Medford steps into the batter's box. It's Levi Medford, who today is 0 for 2. A called strike will open up the Medford plate appearance. Levi Medford today was hit by a pitch, grounded into a double play, and struck out swinging. The 0-1 delivery taken downstairs for ball 1. Carson-Newman will look to replicate the performance from this first game in Game 2 of the doubleheader. The 1-1 delivery, a called strike. 1-2 to Medford. There are more opportunities for King, not only in the second game of this doubleheader, but also only one out recorded so far in the top of the ninth. The 1-2 delivery, a big ol' sword from Mark Salico with a strikeout to Levi Medford. Back-to-back punch-outs for Salico. He's looking good in his collegiate debut. Brings up Cale Richardson as the final opportunity for King with the Tornado down to their final out. First pitch is in there for a called strike on the 10th pitch of the inning for Salico. A couple more score updates from around the South Atlantic Conference while we have time. LMU North Georgia tied at 4, top 7. The 0-1 delivery, big swing and a miss, strike 2. Wise now leading Bluefield State 7-3, end of 5. Coker has just begun its second game with Belmont Abbey. That's in the bottom of the first. 0-2, King down to its final strike. The delivery, high pop-up, go forth, lost it, and it lands out of play, foul ball. Carson-Newman's next opponent after this series, Shorter, defeated Kentucky State 24-zip. The 0-2 delivery swung on and missed. Mark Salico strikes out the side to end our ball game today. Carson-Newman 17 runs on 16 hits, no errors, leaving 13 men on base. King, no runs on 3 hits, 2 errors, leaving 5 on base. Winning pitcher Ryan Higgins improves to 1-0. The losing pitcher Cole Pletcher for King falls to 0-1. Game 2 of our doubleheader coming up on the way shortly here on the Eagles Sports Network. Be sure to stay tuned.